Okay, folks, welcome back. And if you're new here, please hit the follow button. And if you stay to the end, please hit the like. Okay, here's another true crime mystery, and it's called The Vanishing of Lila Carter. Lila Carter was the kind of woman you'd never expect to disappear. A 34-year-old ER nurse in Asheville, North Carolina, she was calm under pressure, kind to her patients, and fiercely devoted to her younger sister, Daisy. Her friends described her as the one you call at 3 a.m. Her life seemed ordinary, but what no one knew was that Lila carried secrets like open wounds beneath her scrubs, the disappearance. On a crisp October evening in 2018, Lila clocked out of the night shift and never made it home. Her car, a silver Subaru Outback, was later found parked at the Blue Ridge Parkway overlook, keys in the ignition, her purse still in the front seat. No sign of struggle, no note. Daisy reported her missing within 12 hours, saying it was completely unlike Lila to go anywhere without calling. Investigators were quick to respond. A massive search was launched along the parkway, dogs, helicopters, volunteers, but there was no trace of Lila. It was as if she had stepped out of her car and vanished into the mist. The life behind the smile. As investigators dug into her life, cracks began to show in the polished surface. Lila had recently broken off an engagement to a man named Marcus Dean, a physical therapist with a controlling streak. Text messages revealed that Lila had been trying to distance herself from him for months. He denied any wrongdoing, claiming he hadn't spoken to her in weeks. Yet, surveillance footage from a gas station near the overlook showed a man resembling Marcus walking in the opposite direction from Lila's car around 4:20 a.m., approximately the time she vanished. But there was more. Detectives discovered Lila had been making large cash withdrawals from her savings account, over $8,000 in the 3 months before she disappeared. Daisy had no idea what the money was for. Lila's apartment had been scrubbed clean, almost too clean, and her laptop was missing. The only odd thing left behind was a box of old photos, some burned around the edges, of Lila and a woman no one could identify. Forensics later found blood in the trunk of her car, Lila's blood, not enough to indicate death, but enough to suggest she had been hurt. Still, without a body or clear suspect, the case stalled. Marcus had an alibi that, while thin, checked out. No charges were filed. Lingering questions. Years passed. Rumors came and went. One hiker claimed to have seen a barefoot woman in a white nurse's uniform wandering the woods weeks after the disappearance, but it was never verified. Another said they'd seen Marcus driving near the overlook again a year later, staring out at the mountains. Then in 2022, Daisy received a letter in the mail with no return address. Inside was a single Polaroid of Lila, seemingly bruised, standing in what looked like an unfinished basement. Scrawled on the back were the words, "You should have told the truth." The FBI reopened the case, but the photo yielded no fingerprints, no clues about its origin. Lila's case remains open, unresolved, like a breath caught in the throat. A final warning. Lila Carter's story is a reminder that evil often wears a familiar face. We assume we know the people closest to us, trust that love means safety, that routine means stability. But sometimes the most dangerous things in life don't scream, they whisper. So if someone makes you feel small, scared, or silenced, don't wait for the story to turn dark. Leave, run, tell someone, and most importantly, never ignore your instincts. They might be the last voice trying to save you. Okay, folks, if you made it this far and enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment, and most importantly, follow for more stories like this. And be sure to check my page for other stories and like and comment on those as well. It really helps my page. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, my friends.